Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be going over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers injury report for their matchup versus the Indianapolis Colts. However, we're already going to be starting off with some pretty down news as Lavonte David and Jamel Dean have already been ruled out of the matchup. This is per Jenna Lane of ESPN. Not good news. I don't have to tell you guys how good Lavonte David has been this year. He has had an absolutely fantastic year, like arguably one of the better years in recent memory for Lavonte David. He's going to be out. That is unfortunate. Jamel Dean being out is obviously not great as well. I know a lot of people have been very critical of Jamel Dean this year, understandably so. He has certainly had a down year, but with the potential of what Dean can be and the upside of Dean whenever he is good, and the fact that he is a starting cornerback, just regardless, it's not good. You're without your starting linebacker and one of your starting cornerbacks, and possibly even more, depending on how the rest of this injury report looks. So not a great start with Lavonte David and Jamel Dean both being ruled out. In that case, you have Servassier Dennis going to be getting some more playing time. You have KJ Britt going to be getting some more playing time. They also promoted JJ Russell to the active roster. Those are all linebackers. Of course, Devin White's going to be pretty much on the field every single play, assumedly. In the case of Jamel Dean, you have Zion McCollum there, who we've kind of gone over the advanced stats this year, has actually played better than I think a lot of people have thought, myself included, as well as D. Delaney could also sub in at corner if you need him to. Christian Izzian's probably going to stay in his role as a nickel corner. You've also got Derek Pitch Jr. in there as well. But going to the rest of the injury report for the Bucs, and it's definitely a tough-looking injury report, right? You have Carlton Davis. We already talked about Lavonte David. Carlton Davis, a hip injury, is limited on Wednesday, limited on Thursday. This is being recorded and uploaded on Friday. We don't really have Friday's numbers or Friday's report, so to speak, but I imagine it is going to be either similar to what we saw on Thursday or some of these guys maybe going full go. Regardless, Carlton Davis is going to be questionable if I had to guess, which again, that's your other starting cornerback opposite Jamel Dean. Your possible number one, number two corners that you're paying a lot of money to might miss a very important game for the Bucs. Not good. Not good. So hopefully Carlton Davis can go out there and be able to get some reps in. If not, guys I talked about a moment ago, you look at, again, Zion McCollum, you look at Derek Pitch Jr. as a couple of guys who'd be getting a lot more playing time. And Christian Izzian will obviously be out there a lot more as well. We talked about Jamel Dean, but Chris Godwin with a knee and elbow injury is limited on Wednesday, limited on Thursday. If I had to guess, I'm going to say Godwin should be good to go, but he is, questionable, all things considered. Godwin obviously is been pretty good this year. Definitely you want the targets to be up there more, but is definitely a guy who's done some good work this year opposite Mike Evans, as he always does. Again, I don't really have to tell you guys how good Chris Godwin has been, and it would be a massive blow to the offense if he's not there, especially with Raheem Jarrett already going on the IR. You're pretty thin at wide receiver. I imagine that they're going to be promoting or elevating David Moore is one guy that's going to be getting some hopefully some looks moving forward. Of course, you have Trey Palmer. Of course, you have Devin Tompkins as guys in case Godwin is dealing with some injuries. More targets for Mike Evans is going to be a thing. You've also got some other wide receivers like Cephas Johnson is in there. Riley Webb is in there as well. David Moore is in there. We talked about him. Ryan Miller is in there also. Like, you have some guys on the practice squad you can promote. Obviously, none of those guys are Chris Godwin, but you do have some guys that you can throw in there. Give David Moore a shot, man. Just saying. Robert Hainsey was limited on Wednesday and Thursday with a knee injury. Starting center is banged up as well. If he doesn't go, the Bucs are I wouldn't say thin at interior offensive line, because I'm pretty sure Nick Leverett could slot in as the center, but just kind of goes to show the level of injuries that the Bucs have. So many starters are hurt, man. So many starters are hurt. It's not a good look, but Robert Hainsey, dealing with a knee injury. Ryan Neal's fully healthy. He's recovered from the signing event, full go on Wednesday and Thursday with a thumb injury, And I know some people are going to be like, oh my gosh. But that's important because it's going to free up D. Delaney to play more cornerback, which seems like that may be a necessity in this upcoming game. You're going to have Zon McCollum, you're going to have Derek Pitts, but you're also going to have now hopefully D. Delaney as well. I know people are going to, not be happy with Ryan Neal. Understandably, so he hasn't had the best year, but he's a guy that can come in, give you some starting snaps. Kayvon Merriweather will be there as well, and I think that's important because it's going to free up D. Delaney. So we'll have to wait and see how Ryan Neal does. Maybe him missing a game or two is exactly what he needed to rebound. Who knows? Devin White didn't participate on Wednesday or Thursday. Now you're going to have... I mean, we just talked about Levante David. I had completely forgotten that Devin White wasn't even full go Wednesday or Thursday. If neither one of those guys can go, oh, buddy, you're getting a lot of Servassier Dennis. You're getting a lot of KJ Britt. You're getting a lot of JJ Russell. And that's a big opportunity for all three of those guys. So keep an eye on those two, on Servassier and KJ Britt. It seems like they're going to be really going after it in this upcoming game, and let's see how they do. Tough matchup with Jonathan Taylor in there, so we'll see. Tristan Wirfs was full go Wednesday and Thursday. He should be fine, should be good to go. So, folks, some interesting updates here. A lot of starters hurt. Lot of starters. You have Levante David, Carlton Davis, Jamel Dean, Chris Godwin, Robert Hainsey. Ryan Neal's technically a starter. Devin White and Tristan Wirfs all on your injury report. That's a lot of high-level starters. A lot. Not good news for the Bucs. A lot of depth, too. Like, your two starting linebackers, your two starting corners, your starting wide receiver, starting center. It's a lot. It's a lot of important positions that are dealing with injuries right now. So we'll just have to wait and see if the Bucs can rebound from that. See if they can really just pull through these injuries in a very important game. All these injuries showed up at the absolute worst of times when you need to win this game. We'll talk about it more in the preview, but this is a game that the Bucs need to win. They're dealing with a lot of injuries right now. So we'll wait and see, folks. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this injury report down in the comments section below. I'd love to hear it. What do you think about these guys being hurt? What do you think about some of these guys needing to fill in for the injured starters for the Bucs? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I'd love to hear them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. And as always, folks, I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.